Hey, everybody. Here we are. It's day, clearly, not night, but I thought I would pop in and say what is happening within our space within 12 nights is just extraordinary. And I want to honor each and every one of us, all of us, in fact, who have chosen 12 nights because choosing 12 nights, being in relationship with your 12 nights, whenever they happen, recognizing the solstice as something that is meaningful to you, or you're bringing closer into your awareness, your understanding of traditions and ways that you celebrate this season. And I want you to think about how, just for a moment, close your eyes and think about how you are honoring yourself in the season. And take a breath. And I want you to think about how you are creating in this season. And I want you to take a breath, filling up your belly. Allowing that breath energy now to move down into your second chakra, into your belly, where you are expressing the fullness of connecting. Now, you already know, you've already heard that creating happens in all ways. But that question, how did I create today, is a really beautiful way to connect to whatever is coming forward. It's almost like lighting a candle, isn't it? How did I create today? What was that spark? What was the light? What was that point of illumination? What can I honor and notice in my own journey that may be happening in a more subtle way or underneath the surface? For those of you who are creating a lot with hands-on creativity, I want you to notice how the journey is flowing into life, how awareness is coming to the surface, and anything or any way or any image, energies, colors, textures of creativity are actually layers of life. And they're starting to influence or activate something that's energizing right here, right now. Something that's maybe healing deeper, bringing things to the surface through the journey that are helping you to move energy in a new way or to find peace that hasn't been so present. You know, each of us are so individual. I'm really offering these ideas to spark your knowing, that thing that makes you say, yes, that's me. Yes, that's my moment. Let me tell you about one of my moments. Now, I've told you creating happens differently for each of us in the journey. And this 12 nights journey is a sampling of journey work that happens all the time, all year long, where we turn with the wheel of the year in Quest Path, which is the way I've now consolidated after many, many years of journey work, brought it into one whole. I want to invite any of you who are interested in Quest Path or diving deeper into journey work to consider coming in. It closes on January 1st. And so there is a window between November 1st and December 31st where anybody can still come into Quest Path. If you're interested, connect with me. I'm going to give you a deep discount. So connect with me by email. But what I'm really pointing to is the way the journey work affects us and how it happens isn't necessarily on a clock. And I think we talked about that in a post or two yesterday. There is no time frame. There's no way to push the river of experience. You need to allow it to surface and come to you and meet you. And so my first 4 nights were not happening in a way that was tangible. They were happening around me. I was connecting, a little bit of creating on the front end, but I was waiting. I was actually waiting for my journey to come into the feelers and start to translate into this language, the creative language, through my hands, through my body, through that energy of connecting. And that happened for me yesterday on the 5th night, from moonrise through to sunset. I had that experience of awakening to the journey and a quickening or an energizing towards the creative. So any of you who are also finding that you're waiting, trust the waiting and allow for the waiting. Invite the waiting to be honored with the candle that you light each night, or that altar space where you're bringing in beautiful energies and objects and parts of who you are. So many things are part of this 12 nights, and it is yours, and it is happening. And if you're here, you're here. So be here now. The opposite of be here now, I have this in my book, Gathering Wisdom, but the opposite energy of be here now is be nowhere. You're not nowhere. You're not lost. You might feel lost. You might feel confused. You might feel overwhelmed in this season. You might be dealing with grief, or worry might be nipping at your heels. Be here now. Be present to whatever's part of your journey. That's the way that the journey energy will start to move the energy of your experience. The journey is always holding your highest. It is always offering you healing and wholeness. Whatever comes in the journey is serving your whole life. The deeper healing, the expression, the expansion, the next steps, all of it is part of the journey. So I just wanted to pop in, send you my blessings, say hello, feel the circle. We're almost 2,000 women traveling, a few men. I know you're here. I know that you're not feeling necessarily super comfortable sharing, but I know you're here and I know you're working through the journey. And all that happens is part of these 12 nights. Be in touch if you need to be. You are witnessed, you are held, you are seeing yourself as you create. You are meeting yourself in the mirror.